Oh, should I? There we go. We in that thing.
Yo.
Oh. Seems like I'm getting an echo.
Slide over to the mic. There we go. There we go.
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah, that is.
We live. Who on that screen? Who on that screen, Joe?
There's a whole lot of breath in that shit that you.
I mean, shut your ass up, Q.
a whole lot of breath.
Oh, breath. Is that breath with an F?
Breath with an F, dog.
Breath with an F.
Breath with an F.
So,
Just drinking this hot ass bourbon.
for those who watching us right now, you checking out Girth on podcasting, 9 o'clock-ish. Or 9 o'clock-ish. I said it right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. So, you already know the story.
What's the story?
Tell the grandmama and all the kids to take their punk ass to bed because we about to have some grown men talk right here. Right here on Girth. You know, I'm just being honest.
It's starting to get dark a little earlier. Grandma might be asleep already.
Yeah, she not at
Especially
all.
if she had a shot of this motherfucking bourbon. She might asleep.
This bourbon.
Or
and
she
shit
getting
was-
granddaddy
And
rocks
they
off.
wake her up.
Okay.
Get the
So-
baby
Throw it
around
in
the
back
house.
right now.
So if y'all can hear, if y'all see us and y'all can hear the tone of our voice right now, all I'm telling you right now is this gonna be a show to deal with. We got the men's is in the building.
The men's.
The men's is.
I'm gonna feel like you don't need to say it like that though.
Okay,
'cause
I ain't say men's is.
say
It's
the
in the
men.
building.
Yeah, just say that. Yeah, because when you say it
men
like
in the
that,
house.
it's got a whole. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
Okay, how should I say it, Chef?
The men in the house.
Okay, hold on.
You gotta say it like Keith Sweat.
The men is in the house. Okay, so let's get this shit straight. Yeah, thank you for Yaya for checking us out. Is it Yaya? Yaha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today, y'all, before we get started, I want y'all to share and like this motherfucking program because
Please.
it's gonna get deep up in here today. We're gonna piss some people off.
You think so?
Now, if y'all hear words like pussy, don't get offended. If you hear shit like
Did not offend.
Right.
Yo, Joe. He don't hear me. Maybe Joe don't hear. Joe, can you hear me?
Joe busy, dog. Joe busy right now.
Yeah, cut Medina mic up too. There you go.
I hear you, bro.
Okay, cool. Joe was in deep thought. Joe was sound like he looked like he was trying to dissect a fat person in the middle of the winter.
See, yeah, you gotta be tricky. You gotta be tricky with Medina microphone though, because she get to making drinks and shit. Then we can't hear us.
Yeah, shake him up.
You can't cut her on until she say something.
Okay.
Hey, Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't cut the limits.
You want to come down?
Mine. Is it mine?
He's trying. He's headphone 4. He should be headphone 4.
Are we on, Joe? Shit.
Yeah, we
We
on.
on?
Yeah, we on.
We on.
No, he's talking about the headphones. Joe, right there. Number 4. Cut him down. Number 4.
Yeah, Don don't like to hear herself.
Don don't like to hear himself loud.
He's like, cut my headphones down,
Niggas
kid.
breathing.
Yeah.
I know I'm breathing like a motherfucker.
You ain't do it. You ain't do it.
That's,
I know I'm breathing.
keep going.
That's why I move away from that motherfucker. Like,
Is that number 4? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. Is that number 4?
that's number 3, right? Because it goes 6, 5, 4, 3, right?
Right. 6, 5,
So that's 3.
4.
Got it.
6, 5, 4, 3. That's 3.
Yeah, 6, 3. Let's go.
Look at Don.
Don look confused. Don look like.
Mine's
He look like he want to come to that board.
Nothing is happening.
Okay, cut down number 3. Headphone 3.
You cut mine. So
Oh,
let me
shit.
see.
3. Is that it?
Oh,
Don,
God.
Don, is that it?
He said nothing's happening.
There you go. Whatever you doing now.
There you
Perfect.
go. All right.
3 then.
So now motherfucker, we been saying 3 all this time.
Your ass said 4, nigga.
You did say 4.
I did say 4, didn't I?
They said it's 3.
Okay,
Thank you, Q, for edifying us.
Yeah, 6, 5, 4, 3. I got it now.
You know
Shit.
what?
No, nah. Good.
Yeah, he good.
Appreciate
And you know what? Just because you're saying it like that, I don't know how to say it in French, so I'm just gonna say it flat out. Fuck you, Joe. Cut my mic up a little. Cut my mic up. Cut 6 on the track. Cut it up. There you go. There we go. Now we getting there. There we go. Okay. So
What
now
the fuck?
it's gonna be more breathing in this bitch.
That was a lot of breathing. I see what you're saying now. That's why I had said that at first. There's a lot of breathing in that
You
one.
niggas down.
Okay, now we getting the shit straight. So Joe is in the captain seat today. We got one of our new team members in the building, Kwame Ramsey. Y'all give him a round of applause for Kwame Ramsey. Goddamn, he made it in. You know what?
That's the wrong effect.
That's the wrong effect. There you go. That's right.
Oh shit! Fuck them claps.
I had to fuck with you.
No, hey, look, don't take that shit like that, Ramsey. That nigga bullshit. He forgot.
Hey, I did though.
He forgot. So listen, y'all. To the left of me is the one and only, the big homie, the one that we call Mr. Q Lewis. He from the 48.
205. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, baby.
Gang, gang, bitch. Bang, bang. Oh, sorry. Did I go too far?
No, it's all good.
Okay, introduce who's next to you, Q.
Next door to me. We got motherfucking Chef. In
Yes,
the
give him Chef a round of a motherfucking applause right now. Yes.
Chef Fred Wilson.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna cook it up tonight. And to my left is that Don Snipes.
Dawn.
Why he
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. It's a breathing bug.
That breathing crazy.
As these young kids will say, the fuck?
Right,
The fuck?
What's going on, everybody?
That's all the guy.
That's all we got for that one.
We gonna see how bad Joe fucking up. We gonna see how bad Joe's fucking up.
Nigga, my shit Chris, nigga.
Joe is Chris. Okay. So anyway, Don Snipes. We already introduced everybody. Everybody here, share this damn. Okay, so we're about to go straight to it. Today's topic is: what is the 5 top most important things for black men? Who gonna start this one though?
Shit, I'll
I
start.
want to start.
Oh, you can go ahead and start on Chef, right? No shit. I ain't know.
Now, the reason why we I believe this is a very important topic.
Oh, here he go with this.
You know, it can better help black women to understand black men. And for the brothers out there without vision, maybe this will spark you to make your list. Okay. So I believe it would be very important. So I'm just going to start off. My relationship with God is very important to me because that keeps me balanced.
God damn it, give balance applause. God damn it.
And then my second one was my purpose in life because that keep me focused.
All right, give him for purpose.
Yeah. So now I got to slash my family and my children. That keeps me motivated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now next down the line is my health.
Oh wow.
Gotcha.
You know, because my health helps support all 5 of things that are important in my life. Yep. And cooperation / loyalty from the lady in my life, whoever that may be at that time, because that keeps me stress free. Right.
Gotcha.
You get the drink is in all in the goddamn camera.
I really didn't put them in any particular order other than God first.
Right.
That keeps me with my integrity, and it helps fuel all the other 4. I would like to ask for, even in the comments section, ladies, if you have some things you think that are important to men, put that in the comments section.
I ain't even gonna hold you up, Chef. I ain't trying to step on your toes, but I don't give a fuck what they talking about. This our list.
Right.
This our list, dog. I don't give a fuck what they talking about. This our list.
I'm just curious
All right.
because it may just show us how far off we are, where that gap is,
Or how far off they ass is.
How far they are.
Ain't no one gonna tell me what I need. The fuck.
No, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I agree with you 100%.
All right, I'm just saying.
See, that fall to my number 5, my cooperation and loyalty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, you want to see that?
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off. You want to go next?
I go next.
Go ahead.
Shit, I don't care.
God first.
Damn, I just realized I'm a heathen. God wasn't even in my top 5.
And the only reason I'm saying God first because I got a theme I live by, and it's I am David. Anybody know the story of David? Basically, he did everything that people said would be wrong in the Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But God still gave him favor. You know what I mean? So I am David. So anybody know me know I love God more than I love anything. No matter what comes out of my mouth, God is always like in my forefront every time. Secondly, would be my children. Thirdly, has to be my health. That's when I'm getting my shit together.
Yes.
Fourthly, will have to be the lady of my life because that's my support when I'm weak. Okay,
For sure.
and pussy. No, I was just gonna say.
It's up there.
It's
up there. Shit.
But actually, business is like creating businesses is my thing. Like people be like want to go out in bars and throw money away. I'm like, shit, let's start a business. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don might got an intellectual word for entrepreneurship. Like he might say some shit. No, that's your higher dialect that goes with the importance of your neurology.
Hey, you see, he over there conjuring. He conjuring his ass up. He about to come with some shit.
Don is
I definitely want to go before him, though. I don't want to go after him. Fuck that. I ain't trying to go after that nigga, man. I'm straight.
Right. Don be making you feel like you got to go back to school and shit. Don be like, actually, I read a book yesterday. It was called Dumb Niggas Don't Reach. So, no, but seriously, those is my 5. I'm not gonna ask Don right now. Q, what is your top 5?
We gonna let Don go last. I'm not going after that nigga, bro.
Hey, we got fucking umbrellas in this bitch. Shout out to umbrellas, Medina. Shout out to our bartender Medina Smith, y'all. Give her a round of applause, please, for me. Give her a round of applause. Yes.
And now you know she got a birthday coming up.
Oh no, I didn't know.
A birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Look at it. Yeah. Okay.
About 22, 23?
Medina about 20. Medina about 24.
About 24, maybe? Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay. Go ahead, Q. Go ahead.
Chef be on this shit.
Chef trying to cook up his pasta. Chef trying to get somebody some of his linguine.
Not linguine, but
He's over there doing some dance moves.
His linguine.
linguine.
So Q, what's your top 5, brother?
Damn, I don't know. This is kind of actually a tough one. So, I mean, obviously, I think health is a thing, obviously, that I think we got to have. So, it's in the top 5.
No, in order, motherfucker. Put it in order.
No, I'm not doing it in order. We're doing top 5. We're doing top 5, right? We're doing it in order.
Okay, go ahead.
And then it's love, right? Now, see, this is not just love romantically, but this is just love, period.
Right.
Like, because I need that. So, I got love. Oh
No, I'm talking
Medina Mike.
Cut Medina Mike down. Whatever Mike that is.
There we go.
There you go.
So yeah, love, health, and then right now I need some something I've been working on is financial literacy. All right, so that's something that's in my top 5 right there. I ain't even gonna lie, God wasn't in my top 5 at first, but I think I need to get better at that though. Like,
yeah, motherfucker. You don't want to wake up choking in the morning.
Cause it's like I got a spiritual connection, but I don't want it. Like when I say I'm putting God in my top 5, I don't want people to think religion because I don't really subscribe to like the restrictions of religion. So when I say God, I mean just I want to be more in touch with my spirituality. I put it in that.
There you go. I mean,
in that frame.
But
then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
But religiously, I mean, we were just talking about the love that we know God exists. And that's all.
Oh, for sure. I ain't no atheist and no shit like that.
Yeah, because I know some atheists like, man, ain't no such thing, no damn God. We come from a molecule.
Right.
Okay. Well, you come from.
So where I'm at with that? So I said health, love, financial literacy. God, I got one more, right? So my last one actually is just. When I say education, because I want to put that in there, I'm not talking about classical education. I just want to, in my top 5, is to always be learning. So that's in my top 5 right there.
Okay.
That's it and shit.
I can't wait to hear this shit right
Man,
here.
I got my shit off the way.
Because hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, let me introduce. He is our Negro James Baldwin.
James Bond was already a Negro.
No, he was a half nigga. He smoked cigarettes. He called them faggots.
Wow.
No, he did. He did. Ain't that what a cigarette is? Ain't the cigarette called a faggot?
I don't know. That was a thing.
Yeah, the cigarette is called a faggot, and he was calling when he was smoking it. He's like, man, every now and then he said, every now and then you have to smoke a faggot. every now and then.
Oh, y'all niggas old. I ain't never heard of shit like
I
that.
ain't up on that shit.
Yeah, that's old nigga shit right
On his
there.
interview, he requested when he did his interviews, he had to smoke.
I mean, I didn't know he called the cigarettes faggots. Like that.
Over in France or something like that.
Yeah, they call
They
them
call-
fags.
They call them fags, for real.
Oh, they don't call them faggots, or they just call them fags.
So if it's
Same
a whole
thing,
cigarette, it's a fag. If you smoke it down, it's a faggot. All right, I'm over this shit, though.
I'm over here too. Don, tell us your top 5, and please don't make everybody in this room. The only person who won't feel small is Chef. Chef gonna be like, shit. He be like, and I agree with, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I mean, everything you guys said, I think is very important. I think I agree with everything you guys said. It might be some slight nuances to how I view it. So one of the, and this is not in no particular order, but I'm not so much as interested in God as so much as I'm interested in constantly learning about who God is in me. And what I mean by that is like just, challenging myself to, manifest things, create things that aren't seen, that kind of thing.
Right.
I think a lot of times that when we talk about God and a bunch of other stuff is something that's external. And I guess the way I feel about that is it's almost like, your mom or your dad, you know what I'm saying? You know they're there, you know they exist, you know they paying the bills, you know they bought the house, all that kind of stuff. I already understand that about God. Right. I want to understand who he is in me and how I can use that to be the best version of myself. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in that. Next, definitely my family. One of the things that's extremely important to me, my uncle told me a long time ago, he said, listen, it's going to come a time in your life where you got to kind of, do the things to keep the family together, whether that be getting everybody together, calling, checking on your uncles and your aunties. If that, hey, step up, you know what I'm saying, and make sure you're doing that kind of shit. And he always put that impression on me to make sure I do that. And I'm, just even me mentioning this to you guys right now, I'm like that by default. I guess it worked. Because I'm always that guy that's like, hey, let me go check on my aunt, let me go check on my uncle, you know what I'm saying, when my grandma was alive, that kind of thing. Another thing that I think is extremely important to us, and I guess I want to kind of use 2 words, is I think that as men, and I think it's important for those around us to have a better understanding of what acceptance and forgiveness is. Damn. I think that a lot of I think that, we always talk about childhood trauma and all that other kind of shit, but at the end of the day, I think that if we had a better understanding of what acceptance and forgiveness is, that, a lot of us wouldn't carry around just a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, that some of us take to the grave, you know what I'm saying, and it don't really have to be that way. I think that that's the one quintessential thing that will really close the gap on why so many of our families are like not functioning properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause everybody gonna go through some shit
for sure.
But and I equate that to, I was looking at Slim Thug. He posted a video recently. It was like these 2 white boys. They had a road rage incident. They pulled over. They scrapping. They going head up.
Yeah. They
beating each other ass. And at one point, one of the dudes said, "All right, I'm done." And he said, "You done?"
Done.
And they shook hands,
and they
picked their shit up,
and got the fuck on,
and got in their car and went home.
Yeah.
For us, it
ain't gonna stop.
It ain't gonna stop.
It ain't gonna stop. I gotta kill you. My respect. I'm embarrassed. I don't want nobody to see it. It's a bunch of fuck shit that I think that really hold us back. And here's the deal. The reason why I said it is because I believe that shit has a domino effect in a lot of other areas in our life.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, again, acceptance and forgiveness. Can you forget a motherfucker who probably just whooped your ass because you was out of line? Real talk.
Right.
Can you accept the fact that you might have got your ass embarrassed because you was talking some dumb shit?
I like to say shout out to my man. I don't know if y'all remember a song called "Misery" by G-Side. Misery. Y'all remember that record?
I don't.
From the East Side. But these motherfuckers was getting into it in the studio. I'm like, fuck it, let's scrap. They would go outside,
Scrap.
scrap like a motherfucker, come back in like,
Get back to it.
all right, Doc, hit track 8. I'm like, nigga, y'all bleed.
Real talk. Listen. Too many of us right now don't fuck with our cousins and our siblings,
Yeah.
and other just, you know what I'm saying, people that, because we don't let shit go.
Right.
We
Absolutely.
gotta learn how to let some shit go.
Yep.
You understand what I'm
So
saying?
that's your number 5?
That was 3. I said
Damn.
I said God. You stupid. I said God, accept His forgiveness, family. Next, I'm gonna go with love. You know, I think Q said that love is real important. Like constantly growing in love, understanding love, constantly sitting back and like just watching and seeing what love look like. And because I believe love is infinite. It's infinite possibilities of what it look like, what it feel like, how it's expressed. And I guess lastly for me, it would probably be financial literacy as well. I think that as men, I think that when we are able to comfortably sit at the table and know that we have a plan, you know, it makes things a little bit easier. You know, take a little stress off your back.
Right.
For sure.
So yeah, that's my 5.
That's dope. I want to give a shout out. First of all, let's give a shout out to Medina Smith because she's here doing the bartender. What drink is this, Medina?
This is the Aqua Boogie.
The Aqua Boogie. This motherfucker, all right. See, too bad Aqua L Bug ain't here because he would have had a good drink with us.
Uncle L Bug.
Shout out to Zakia Wilson, who's checking us out. Angel Styles. Zakia said, I like Girth.
Oh, that's what's up.
Marlisha said, what up, though?
Girth
Hey,
is
Q.
nice.
Hey, Q. That's what he said. Hey, Q.
What's happening, baby?
Yeah. All right, now, fuck
I
him.
got here. How Chef be? How you doing? How Chef be doing that shit?
Oh, God.
Chef be keep sweating on these motherfuckers.
It should be queuing on them hoes.
Oh, is that what we doing here? Is that what we doing here?
But the integrity thing and what you were saying about compassion, I strongly believe that we need to have a form of compassion when we dealing with each other, no matter what, because a lot of us been through some things. Like today I was telling somebody like, I don't feel depressed, but I feel stressed, but not in a bad way. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
I feel stressed to the point to where I know it's time to where I know something as big is about to happen, and you and to prepare for it would be that's not even it's not an option. It's not an option, but it's whether people know it or not, there's a lot of eyes on podcasting right now. A lot of people is how can you say it, peeking in. You know what I mean? Like they're not saying shit, but they peeking in.
Stalking.
Yeah, right. good one. Good one.
Hey, it sounds like you got some experience with being stalked and shit. So.
Right. I'm gonna say they business stalking. They business.
Yeah, that's what I mean on the internet.
Most definitely, they business stalking, and it's only because some people, like a lot of the black men at this table,
It's gonna be too late.
We don't mind complimenting each other. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We don't mind saying, "Hey, man, you know, I like what you just said." As a matter of fact, I agree with you. But there's people who don't have that type of they don't have that.
They don't have that spirit.
Yeah,
it's not in their spirit at all. And I'm gonna tell you one thing that was dope for me when I went to the conference, man. Like I met people that I hadn't actually met in person, but I've been interacting, you know, on the internet and shit. And I think like a 2, 3, like a few people, like the main thing that was dope to me that made me really like kind of humble myself was like. All the people who finally met me in person was when they introduced me to other people, their main thing was saying like Q doing this, he doing that, he doing this, but he always showing love to people he don't know. Like he always putting on like other podcasts and shit. Like he don't mind like putting people on. I'm like, dog, we all in the same shit together. So
right.
like if you not like I'm in a position where like a lot of people listen to us, especially like on this show, on my morning shows on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Shout out to E Block Radio.
E Block.
You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of people listen, so I took that platform and like every Monday and Wednesday and Friday, like I put on like people other podcasts that I see, like I give them a shout out. Like dog, it's not gonna kill you to shout somebody else out. Like it's all right. Like it's all right to kind of share the wealth and shit. So like when people met me and that was the first thing they said about me, I'm like, damn, that means I'm doing something good. So if you peeking in right now, we offering y'all a seat right now and shit. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I told people this shit about our thing, about Ebot Radio, and I can't speak for you, but I'm gonna say it for this shit too though. Like if you peeking this shit and you getting offered the spot right now,
the opportunity,
don't holler at me later, bro. Don't holler at me later. I'm trying to give it to you now. Don't holler at me later.
I'm with you. I don't know if anybody down on in the friend. I don't know if y'all seen the post I posted up, the 3 rooms that the podcasting has. Right when I say before, I took my hand off of the finger. I remember I took my finger off the phone for sending. Mm-hmm. I get a phone call.
Yeah.
I want to open up Podcasting Lansing. Thought that was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So, but then I got about 4 texts, about 8 phone calls within the next 35, 40 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because if anybody know me, when I research heavy, and they was like, "Dog, you was for real about this shit." I'm like, why would I be?
Yeah.
Like why would I be playing? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I said, and that just goes show how much other people bullshit to where even if you have a track record, they still think you bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People always waiting for it to happen. Mm-hmm. They just like fuck the work you putting in. They waiting on it to happen. Like dog, if it's going happen and you believe in it, like step to it and shit. Like and sometimes people do fail. Like some shit don't work out, some shit do. But like if you believe in something, go with it. Don't be trying to wait around and see. Because like I said, dog, niggas keep waiting around trying to see what we doing. Shit, keep on waiting.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Then when it start popping, like I don't know you. I'm sorry. Let me call you back. I'm just saying, like for real, because I'm offering it up right now. Like I'm like the most. I'm giving dog. Everything is free right now. I'm giving you the free. I'm giving you the free love. You better take that shit now. I'm just saying.
I agree.
And you people, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm looking dead in the camera, you motherfuckers.
I'm looking right at you, son of a bitch.
I'm looking right in the face. I'm just saying, dog. And we've been doing this shit for a long time, dog. Yeah. Me, you, everybody at this motherfucking table in they craft. We've been doing shit for a long time.
Yeah.
So like, when the shit pop off, I don't want to hear y'all just overnight type shit. Man, everybody at this table been putting in shit for years. So when it go to where it's supposed to go, we in here.
Yeah.
Don't let me call you back.
Yeah. So when you think about the 5 top most important things, Fred, I mean, motherfucking show.
Right.
No disrespect. No disrespect. When you think of your top 5, mm-hmm. and you say children, mm-hmm. is it a point at the time where you be not no disrespect to the kids, where you be like, fuck them kids, like I gotta be man?
He said, more than you think. More than you think.
I mean, the reason I'm asking,
I think you can be respectfully selfish sometimes.
There you go. Okay.
And with your family. So yeah, respectfully selfish. But actually, I was paying attention to what Q and Don said about our finances, and with you, Q. I think that's very important because as men, we should be beyond the struggle.
Right.
You know, we shouldn't just be, claiming the struggle all the time. We should be beyond it, especially when you're surrounded by some good people, some good other men. We should be beyond the struggle part.
Yeah.
Right? So we should be sharpening one another. You should be listening when you should be listening, not talking. Right? So we should be beyond that. And then Don touched base on, he was telling the story about the 2 Caucasian males, white guys that were fighting, and how they did their thing, picked it up, and went home.
Right.
Sometimes in life we get so embarrassed that we won't stop until we destroy a person's character, destroy them, or kill them.
Or destroy ourselves.
I was just about to say.
In that process, you talking about in the process?
Yeah.
Right, because we often don't want to see anyone see us fail, right? And that's when the embarrassing part come in. But we should be beyond that as men.
Yeah,
we really should be.
But I mean,
is that a black man thing, or is it a man thing? I mean, it's just so happened the 2 white dudes packed it up and went to the crib, but like essentially. It could be a man thing though, and not just necessarily a race thing.
It may be a race thing because it's a lot of us either incarcerated or in a graveyard because of pride.
we let shit go.
Because of that pride.
Can I say this? I will say that we have what I would call aggravated anger.
Aggravated anger.
You feel me?
That sounds like a lot of anger.
I mean, and I'm gonna just say this.
Anger on 12.
And it comes from. It comes from a place to where. When they say the crab in the barrel, I love what Jay-Z said. First of all, crabs was never meant to be in the barrel, right?
Facts.
So when you're looking at stuff like that, what else are crabs supposed to do but to try to climb on top and try to get out, right? Mm-hmm. But I think we have adopted that shit so much to where we don't give a shit what it take to come out. You know what I mean? Like we will overstep, we will overstep our boundaries with children, our parents, and everything, just to get to where we think people gonna respect us.
Absolutely.
That's a real thing though, and you mentioned that about kids though, like, and this is something new that I've noticed. But it's a lot of parents who shit on their kids though. To like, this is something new. This is a new anomaly to me. Like, I didn't realize this. Like, I know that people fuck over their loved ones and shit, but people fuck over their kids to get ahead. Like, that's crazy to me. Like,
give me an example.
I mean, just like, for instance, like back in the day, how I ain't gonna say back in the day, but how people ruin their kids' credit and shit by putting shit in their names and shit, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, you are fucking over your kid's life to get ahead and shit. Like, and that shit is amazing to me that you would do something like that to your child. Now, me, I ain't got kids and shit, and I'm always saying fuck them kids, but I don't really mean that shit. Like, dog, if you can't get it without stepping on your kids, I mean, like, that shit just...
I'll give you another example to add to that. There's some grandparents out here who might have left their grandchildren some shit, and they parents, when shit was fucked up, they took that shit. And been like, fuck it, I'm spending it. We need it for the fucking house.
Exactly.
Shit like that, or for the fuck off. I wanna
Did he say for the fuck off?
Yeah, for the fuck off. I wanted to
real man, real shit, real talk.
Add two things to it was some on the list that I'd be remiss if I say it. And fuck it, like, women talk about this shit all the time, but something that's really important that really should be on the list, and I ain't gonna lie, I struggled. This shit was about to be my number 3 or 4. May sound petty to some of you motherfuckers, but I don't care. It's sex. Let me say something.
I just want to be the one to say it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm about to say it.
I ain't want to be the one to say it.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because I hear way too often about women talking about their needs being fulfilled sexually. I don't really hear enough talk about men being pleased sexually. Fuck that. And that's why I when you made the comment earlier about
that, laugh like a motherfucker.
Fuck what women talking about. Like, I agree with that shit. Like, listen, this shit is not always about women getting the best sex, the biggest dick, and all this other shit. Man, fuck that. I don't give a fuck if somebody's shit big or small. Like, we need great sex. We need some attention, and we need some fucking affection. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, listen to me. I'm dead serious. And I'm going to say this. Too many fucking times are some of our sexual needs not fucking met. And again, and listen, here's the deal. A lot of women may not like this shit.
Because we always get the same end result.
But that wasn't. They feel like just because we busted nut, it was great sex. That's not true.
I'm just saying, that's the end result. So what wasn't met?
I'm going to say this again. Too many times do women take for granted that we too need that affection, that love, them pats on the back,
God
back
damn
rubs. Come rub on my head, and I ain't talking about the top of my crown. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that helmet. I'm like, listen, that shit be neglected. It's always, you ain't show me no attention. I want my booty rubbed. You ain't sucked on my titties. Oh, I want my pussy ate. Man, fuck that. You get what I'm saying? When I come home, I want my dick sucked. You get what I'm saying? I want my back rubbed. So, like, no, listen. This shit right here is important because I believe that a lot of times we really do. And this go back to that conversation we had last week about the compromising.
Yeah, compromise.
A lot of men go through hoops sometimes just to get some ass. And then all of a sudden you start hearing these conversations about women talking about something, he ain't shit. He out there paying for pussy. He sitting in the strip club. Man, fuck all of that. Do what you supposed to do. and we're not having these type of issues.
Dog, wow.
Listen, I'll
That
be
sounds
ready.
personal.
I want to put a disclaimer out there. I have absolute no issues, all right, with my sex life. I'm not angry. Never have had any type of them fucking issues. I'm just saying real talk. I'm saying that at the end of the day,
I get what you're saying.
as men, we too not only just want sex, but more so than that, we want the love and affection.
Don't forget to tip the bartender. Don't forget to tip the bartender.
You understand what I'm saying? Because that shit is needed. We too need them attaboys. We too need that. Damn, I miss you. Let me give you this long ass hug and rub on your back for a minute. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
I think you should rub on the back and my balls. Rub on my back and my balls. I think back and balls.
That's a song.
Back and
Rub on my back, my back, my back, and
My
balls.
back and my balls.
Well, just you know what, just on that part of it, and I agree with you 100% because that's what this platform is all about. I think a lot of guys, and I may have made this mistake in the past too. You know, you go into a relationship and you place that woman as the prize,
Right.
right? Mm-hmm. So that means you're secondary. Your needs everywhere, just not in the bedroom. Everywhere is secondary. So just talking about the sex, yeah, and I hear it most often in most conversations at work. It's always about the woman being satisfied.
And you know what?
It is.
And I'll be honest with
Romance.
you. I'll be honest with you. I dig the fact when women say intimacy because the intimacy go along with their emotions, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But what I will say is, a lot of women be selfish because a lot of things they get off of we just cannot. Right?
Absolutely.
You can stick that motherfucker in one time and I can't, right? We don't get the same thing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then if we come in, well, I never came.
Bro, you could take a woman shopping and she gonna start having the same type of endorphins in her fucking body
Absolutely.
as she having sex. There's a lot of women that really get off on that kind of shit. They really feel sexually heightened just from taking their ass shopping.
Hold up, D. I'd have to say this. Somebody I was with years ago. And I did. I took her shopping. We got in the car. She said, ooh, that was sexy as hell.
Yeah, just going shopping.
I said, what was? Just shopping. I said, so what, the part that you didn't have to pay? Or, you know, but she, like you said, she was excited about that. And I was like, wow, so you're absolutely right.
You know what?
Something this simple.
But Chef, I would have left her ass the next day.
Yeah,
I'd be like, that was your last sexy motherfucking day.
That's really what's ended up happening because I said, wow, she just small. I said, okay. So, yeah. But just to go back, a lot of things that are important to women, not important to us.
Okay, so I got a question to ask the men that's at this table. We talked about the 5 most important things to us, correct? Mm-hmm. Then we talking about sex. So sexually or intimacy-wise, what are your top 3 things that you love when in intimacy?
Why you go from 5 to
Oh, let me say. I started with that one. I want some cooperation.
No, the reason I say 3 because honestly, I don't. When it comes to sexually, it's hard to say. I mean, okay, most men like their dick sucked. Can we agree? Everybody at the table like their dick sucked?
For sure.
Medina rose her hand. God damn.
Man, what the hell?
I mean, that's the easiest.
But Medina like, I like my dick sucked.
Somebody damn said.
But
I got put no effort in that shit.
So we understand that we like the freaky shit, but who is that? Is that that drink good in the motherfucker, ain't it? We need to call this. Anger. But no, seriously, I think like the sexiest thing a woman could do with me is read a book with me in bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the sexiest shit a woman can do for me or with me is read a book in bed. You know, I dig the freaky shit, but I love the fact if I could sit lay down, sit up in the bed with a woman and read a book, and she said, "Let me read you chapter 2." You know what I mean?
I never did that, but on the writing side of it though, like women who are able to write with me and shit, I do find that sexy. That is attractive, and women who, and this some shit though, and I've said this to women though, but when you have a conversation with me Because like I know some women, you have a conversation with me, and I feel like I know a few things. But when you have a conversation with me and I had to Google some shit, then like you sexy as fuck to me. Like when you start talking about some shit I don't know about, and I got to go look like, damn, this motherfucker knows some shit. I like that shit.
I like that.
Man,
You like the edification.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm being edified just in your presence.
Yeah, I'm fuck with that.
Yeah.
I'm more so to the. I'm on the food tip. I like a good meal cooked with just like a white beater and no drawers.
Come on now, you know I like
get
a
what
good
I'm
meal,
saying?
brother.
Like, let's collaborate on this omelet and potatoes this morning, and don't put no panties on. I like that kind of shit. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because I might want to rub on it or something while we in the middle of cutting them the potatoes and sauteing that shit.
Don like a little. Hold on. What'd you say, Medina?
Taking notes.
Don be in there bunny hopping like we'll get this omelet together, baby.
Ain't nothing more sexier than a woman cooking in some sexy shit. It's not nothing at all.
Right.
Are you listening to me?
Well,
That's some sexy shit.
last time a woman cooked naked for me, the oatmeal popped on the titty and burned her a second-degree burn on the titty.
I know that he was about to say shit like that.
Sound crazy like that.
So I want to have some clothes on, but you, I agree.
Have something though.
Sexy to me.
Protect yourself.
Right. What's sexy to me is a woman cooking with some heels on in the kitchen with some nice hosiery. I swear to God, I'd smack that bitch in the back of her neck and kiss her in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
I think one of the sexiest things for me that a woman can bring to the table is her own confidence.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Listen to me. There is something about a woman who says, listen, I have completely accepted myself and all of my whatever I am.
Perfection.
Yes, and all of her perfection, flaws and all. And when she step in that bedroom and she confident in who she is as a woman, that shit gets me going.
Nah, for sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure,
because that let me know you ain't in there for no games.
Right, exactly.
I don't need you hiding if your booty ain't that big. Or, don't look at me. Or I got some stretch marks on my stomach. I don't give a fuck. Have some confidence in yourself. That shit turns me the fuck on.
No, for sure. But because the opposite end of that is very unattractive though. Like you ever seen women that don't have no confidence? That shit hella like
That's a turn off.
That's a turn off. And I've seen some beautiful women who don't have confidence, and that fucking sucks.
You know what really
The most
sucks?
beautiful people are the most.
The least confident.
Yeah, the
Most-
least
least
confident.
confidence.
Well, Medina,
100%.
that's a turn
crazy.
off. I hate a
That's
woman
a turn
suck.
off, yeah.
I hate a woman will be sucking my dick and be looking at me like, am I doing it right? That's a turn off.
Get my shit up, bro.
That's a turn off. He's like, am I doing it right? He's like, no, take my dick out your mouth. You know what I mean? I don't even want it. Just stop. Don't suck my dick no more. You know what I
Like,
mean?
even if you don't know what you're doing, like just act like it. You know?
No, but don't even just.
Just act like it.
I like lick the motherfucker. How many licks is it gonna take to get to the center?
No, you know what?
Look at John like, hold on, I got something.
I'm sorry. I also want to add to this list, and yes, you know, we all said the list earlier, but and I would like any dude at this table to chime in on this.
Okay.
All right, I would. Another thing that I think is extremely important to black men, and this is something that we absolutely don't talk about because it's just fucking taboo all across society, and that is for women or whatever, you know, our partner, whoever the fuck we dealing with, to take our feelings into consideration. Look, I ain't no crybaby, I ain't no whining ass motherfucker, but when I express myself or I find that moment to be vulnerable, because that shit rare and I'm working on it, but when I do, I want somebody to take my feelings into consideration. And I think a lot of times, and Miles, you said this earlier, and Chef, a lot of times we're constantly coming to the women saying, hey, listen, you know, what can I do to make this situation better? We're natural problem solvers. But what I notice is a lot of times when we express our feelings, they get put on the back burner. You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to do this. Or a lot of times they just not even really acknowledged. And so I think that there are a lot of men out there who have really taken the time, however that may have been projected, to say, hey, you know what? This was on my mind, or this was bothering me. And that shit just get pushed to the back burner, swept under the fucking rug.
Absolutely.
I think that that's something that's very, very important to us that a lot of times we not really talking about. The person that we with, whether it be your wife, your fiance, whatever, just making sure that you take our feelings into consideration and not fucking throw that shit back in our face or just take that shit for granted. Because there's a lot of angry motherfuckers out here watching the game in the garage because they mad. Because they done said the same shit 60 fucking times to the person that they with, and they still doing the same fuck shit.
You know what?
All we want that same shit that they asked for. That's it. That's it. Reciprocity, nigga.
No,
that's
that
it.
is
Reciprocity.
Yeah.
Reciprocity. Reciprocity.
Yeah, what you said.
What you about to say, Sean?
I don't know. Y'all fast forwarded so much, but I agree with Don. I agree with all y'all. No, that is sexy. Just for a woman to just slow down and pay attention to you.
Oh, yeah.
Just come to you and say, wow, I noticed you got a lot on your plate. How can I help you? Ooh, how can I help you? What can I do for you?
Right, without me having to ask.
Right. I see you trying to get a lot of. I know someone like that,
and that's only if you put in that same energy, though. Like, you got to be putting the same energy,
right? So, but I want to get back to what we talked about in the bedroom. See,
let's get to the pussy.
See, I like food, so I will bring a platter in. And it may have different fruits.
He fucking up the sheets.
You know what I'm saying? And
I'm fucking up the sheets with watermelon juice and shit.
See, that's what you put the bold seeds on that night.
Fred, and you wonder why you got fucking ants. That's why.
Fuck that. That's the night you put that plastic cover over your head.
And then for her to just to look at that platter with no instructions and go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's sexy to me because I love food, right? So. That's so sexy. Yeah, just to take what I'm getting at is
that sounded crazy.
Just slow things down and take your time, right?
Out the court.
Yup. That's sexy to me.
Then what? Nigga, you had to say it like that.
I was just thinking about that.
Gonna cut out smoke watermelon tonight.
If this motherfucker say,
strawberries, mangoes,
Q, I agree. If that reciprocity. If I come home from work and I'm tired in the mud, and you pull up in the driveway and you see my fucking tire flat. I
want that same shit back. Want that same energy.
I wake up from my nap and I see you out there getting them lugs up on That's some sexy shit.
That's sexy, it is.
Hey, if that shit happen, you got you a winner.
You gotta keep working. Hey, what the fuck you doing outside all day? Look, I'm trying to change your tire. Get your ass in here right now. You about to get your pussy ate right now.
Nigga. No, you got a winner. She out here change your tire.
No. Fuck that. I had that ain't you, Medina.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't gonna lie. I had a female change my tire, but what really turned me on if a bitch could change, if a bitch could fix my brakes. God damn it.
A what?
A bitch in the bedroom, a woman in my life.
Fix your brakes.
That was cute.
And she can fix.
Careful with the brakes. I don't like them greasy ass nails now.
With the drums in the back.
Yeah.
The drums in the back.
Yeah, but the thing, she'll wear gloves. Then she come in and get a nice, salted, moist head.
See, y'all so everywhere with this.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's cool and all, but I can't mess no bra with no hard hands.
So you might have to check her out of that, boy.
You know what I
If she change the tires, y'all.
And brakes, nigga.
Y'all can keep her.
That's a man.
She ain't gonna be changing my tires, but she need to know how to change one though. She do need to know how to change one.
Exactly.
Just in case she out this bitch on her own. Like she
I ain't gonna lie. I tell my
Some men
daughters,
be wanting another man.
I be like, hey, listen.
wow.
I tell my girls, I be like, call me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want them doing certain shit. I will show them, but I do tell them a lot of times. I'm like, listen, you gotta get your oil change, shit like that. I do tell them make sure that maybe they have a man with them in the car, because I know it's a lot of tire places, oil shit like that. They try to get over on women when they buy themselves.
Hell yeah,
it's like, yo, how much this oil change? It's $100. Bitch, they say I'm not getting synthetic. What the fuck? You know
And
what
it
I'm saying?
says $19.99.
So I do tell them that, but no, I'm just joking. I do think that it's sexy for a woman to be confident in who she is, and I think when she bring that attribute to the bedroom, again, I'm a pleaser. I'm a Scorpio. I'm trying to, baby, what we gonna do now? Because you done brought that confidence. Now I gotta show up and show out. You know
all you do is stick your tongue in her ass. She'll change gears. Listen, so
confidence is like 60-70% of the whole shit. For real.
What you want to say, Sean?
You know what I noticed about everybody's list? It was one thing that wasn't on there: respect.
Who?
Respect. No one said that.
You know what?
No, I'm not saying it's not a bad. It's a good thing. You know that we're at a point in our life as man where you're not demanding it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that goes back to what you were talking about, the fighting and stuff. The guys fighting out of for the respect. But I noticed no one said respect. I wanted to know why.
Can I ask you a question?
What's that?
Somebody asked me this question once, and I ask you right now. It's two questions. Would you rather get love or give love? Ponder on that.
I'd rather get it.
You rather get it?
Because I've given
Okay,
it.
hold on. You ain't got to explain. All right, now listen. Would you rather get respect or give respect?
Give.
Okay, so now I do have this question for you. Why would you rather give respect and get love as opposed to giving love and giving respect? Just a question.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer it from the respect part. In my travels, not everyone, but I would say 95% of the people that I know that I give respect, I get it back. With love, you can give love and not always get it back. And not always get it back.
And again, this is no judgment question, but you just said you would prefer to get it.
Yeah, a lot of people, they don't even know how to love themselves, so they can never give it to you.
So, yeah.
That's why that wouldn't be really important to me. I'm not a lover of myself, and I realize that in my relationships, that number one thing, if they don't know how to love themselves, you can love them all. You can give it your all, and you will never get it back.
Well,
I guess
that's not that important to me. Now I get my love from my children, different areas such as that.
Yeah.
Right.
But we talking about a woman.
From a woman,
you would rather get it from her. That's just. And again,
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
what about you, Q?
Yeah.
Would you rather give love or get it?
On some real shit on both of those, I'd rather just give, because at the end of the day, nobody in this motherfucker owe me shit. They don't owe me the love, they don't owe me the respect. I'm gonna give that shit because that's what I do. Like, I give love, I give respect. Like, I can't judge the next motherfucker for not giving it back, and I can't make them give it back. Yeah. So my give is gonna be always give, because I control that. I can't control what's coming in. You feel me?
Don't try to retract now, nigga. Don't try to retract.
I'm on the give.
What would you say, Mom?
give it.
Okay,
I'm on the give on both of those.
How about you, Mom? What would you say?
I'd rather give both.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Why?
I'd rather give love and respect, because one, I was taught to where don't expect for somebody to give you anything.
Exactly.
Right.
No.
And then I also know, but I'm about to be 50, so I realize majority of anything, respect is something you have to earn. Okay. So you tell me I want to get, give me, once you give respect, it'll be, when people feel it's genuine, they're gonna give you respect back.
Absolutely.
Majority of anything that goes on right now, most people be fake at doing shit.
Absolutely.
Just to get by whatever they need to. And people don't understand, I can smell a user a long way. I can smell a user motherfucker from a distance. And then I let them keep using me. But then
when you done.
Woo, baby, when I'm done, I'm done. They be sitting there like, it wasn't like, no. You see them 5 niggas? Just imagine 5 D guns, right? You know D guns, right? Just imagine 5 of them motherfuckers when you talking about, hey, man, you got to go. Because I might not be the person.
And here's the deal. The only reason, again, I think that's that's a question that I think, when we're around people that we love, our significant other, that's a question that needs to be asked. It's not a judgmental thing. I just think that it definitely tells and kind of foreshadows where we are in that moment in our life, because I think that sometimes that answer has changed for certain people.
And I like to clear mine up because I don't want to contradict myself.
Go ahead.
That's why I say a lot of people don't know how to give it. So I would rather give it because they don't know how to give it back.
Exactly, right.
That's really what I meant.
Because I can't control them.
You can't control them.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Most definitely.
Well, I definitely will look at the fact that when I give my love, I don't expect to receive it back the way I gave it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same theory I have. If I give somebody some money, I don't expect them to even give it back. Because
when you do though, that shit great.
Yeah,
that shit great.
Now listen, right?
Same thing with love, though. I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Same thing. If they give that love back, you're like,
it's great.
Damn. And sometimes just because you give something, it will never come back to exactly the way you gave it. The way you gave it, right. And or in a timely fashion as you gave it. And when they come back, it will be so fucking powerful sometimes. Because a lot of people gave me game, man. After they seen my confidence or my push on what I want, what I believe in. Because some people was like, man, I was waiting for you to do that because I really want to give you this now because I believe that you can handle it. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know if anybody plays team sports, but you can't handle the ball if the coach don't think you're ready.
True,
absolutely,
and that's just in life.
I like that, and I'm gonna bring it back to what we talked about earlier within this conversation. The whole give-get concept. That's the reason why a lot of these young men do have issues. They're so worried about getting this unearned respect that they dying about shit, and it's just like, no, you need to be taught to give respect to everybody. You get what I'm saying? But you're so concerned about getting it first that you motherfuckers is killing each other and dying over it when again, maybe had you given it first and we start going off of that, which will basically help to create an environment that's a lot more peaceful, a lot more kind. You get what I'm saying? That shit will change lives. Right. Understanding that small concept. Another thing that I wanted to speak on was so many people in the Bible, they talk about 3 important things. They talk about faith, hope, and love. And I think that we always hear people talk about love and faith. You never hear people talking about the importance of hope. Most people don't even know what that looks like and how it's applied. Let me say this. When a person has hope for things to come in their life, for opportunities to present themselves to these people, that shit changes lives. And I think hope is one of those things that's really kind of underrated, but it's really fucking important.
Yeah. So on that note, you basically speak of being, when I think of hope, I think of a person being open-minded. Like, this can happen for me.
Absolutely.
And this can happen. So when you speak of hope, I really believe, like,
that's kind of what we was talking about this morning.
Right. Yeah. But I will say this. When Obama was elected as president, dog, was you there at Switchblade?
No, sir.
We was actually rehearsing when Obama got elected for president, right? We was on Jefferson. And everybody was... We cried. Everybody in that room.
Everyone was hopeful.
And we was hopeful. And not only that, we know that any small dream that we had was possible. You feel me? Because to be a president of the United States and being black, that was a big thing. So anything that was less than that was damn sure possible for us.
It was tangible, for sure.
But no, I don't think there's nobody that I knew of ever thought of or dreamed of being the president of the United fucking States.
Not in real life, no.
Not in real life, right? And then to see one of us,
kids that shit, but you don't believe that shit, right?
I tell my daughter, you can be anything you want to be, but be sure that you do your research on it before you saying this is what you want to be.
Right. Be sure you want to be that.
Right. Because for sure. I believe in Marvel. With great power comes great responsibility.
Facts.
Like, you gotta understand that shit. Like that, like our engineers, whether we know it or not, they're gonna grow into great responsibility. Because now it's not like the shit that look like somebody else show. It's about growth. Now
You said with great power
come great responsibility.
and you know what come before that?
What?
With freedom comes responsibility.
Most definitely. I definitely agree with you with that. And so your freedom is power. So I do see that. And also, like I tell people, know your genius. Everyone at this table and at the counter, we have a particular genius about ourselves, right? But we got to learn how to be masterful with it. Until we become masterful with it, it's hard for us to like say or identify who we are, because that's what says who we are. Yeah. You know what I mean? When you say when Q say I'm a writer, I'm an author, that fucking means something. When I say I'm a graphic designer, that fucking means something. You know what I mean?
You have to own that shit.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get to that point too, to
Most
own
definitely.
that shit.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And so
That's the thing.
You know, I think people just got to understand, like, the life that we living is not to be fucked with, and we just got to take it. We don't take it with a grain of salt. We need to take it with everything we got.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because in most cases we lose ourselves because we let other people bullshit come in between.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Just like we was talking about earlier about like people's perception of you, like they talk you out of shit and then you talk yourself out of shit because people don't believe or don't see your vision. Like you say you want to do some shit and they like, I don't know if you can do that shit. So then you start thinking that you can't do it either. You second guess yourself over somebody else's mishaps. 'Cause like we was talking about earlier, like a lot of people shoot your shit down because they don't see themselves being able to do it. It ain't you, it's them. It's like you want to do such and such. It's like, you can't do that. Yeah, right, that's the only reason they do it.
That
You know what?
Like when Dina say she want to go out and get her mobile bartender shit going, and then somebody looking at you like, you can't really do that. But they looking at their potential, not yours.
Exactly.
But then you start taking that shit on like it's yours, and it ain't yours.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching in Pursuit of Happiness earlier.
Ooh,
That's a motivational motherfucking movie.
That's a powerful ass movie.
Hell yeah.
So he
Powerful
was
story.
he was on the roof playing basketball with his son, and he told his son Will Smith, he said, this is probably one of the areas you won't be good in because I wasn't. But then he thought about what he said. He said, don't ever let anyone tell you what you can't be good at, including me. So I just thought about what you just said, and a lot of people are lost today because they had a passion, they had a purpose when they were a child, and somebody usually close to you, your family member, tell you, you may not want to do that. Like you said, Keith, don't make enough money. It's not more.
They stole the dream. Yeah.
So they go through life, and I believe God gives you a certain amount of energy. And when you don't use it, I believe that's what, for your purpose, it turns into frustration because it just burns in your chest. And a lot of people go through life lost because of something an uncle or auntie talked you out your purpose as a child.
For sure.
That's
what happens to a dream deferred? Shit.
Because it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't in them.
Sure. Yeah, it wasn't in them.
Well,
and they cast that shit on you.
And that's another thing. Like, I believe that we should let our children dream.
Absolutely.
Because I swear,
we should have let ourselves dream too.
I was just about to get to that. I swear for God, my mother told me when I told her I wanted to be a rapper, and first I wanted to be a DJ. So first I was a DJ, and my mother had just found out she had cancer, and so Christmas was coming up. So back then, anybody know about when you have cancer back in the day? Insurance wasn't like that. You know what I mean? It ain't like you take off work and you straight. You know what I mean? No, my mother said, "Baby, you're not gonna have a Christmas."
Yeah.
You feel me? And then I went downstairs on Christmas Day and I had turntables. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
she was still feeding your dreams.
And it took everything in me to become the DJ that I wanted to be because my mother sacrificed.
Yeah.
Wow. And I think when people sacrifice and be a part of your life like that, you have to honor them. You know what I mean? By honoring yourself and living your dream.
Right, and recognizing that dream.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
I still dream to this day, and I'm 49.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, not just... Because I wanted to mention that shit this morning. It's just like, I know as kids, somewhere along the line, we lost that whole aspect that I can do whatever the fuck I want to do and shit, right? Like, you feel like, once you become an adult, you get into this box, like, damn, I can't achieve this no more. Like, we gotta start being more childlike, dog. Some of this shit is attainable, even if you don't think think it is. Like when you was kids, dog, you thought you could do any fucking thing. We jumping off of shit, thinking that you ain't gonna fucking die.
Jump off the fucking garage.
Q.
Towel and a safety pin on your fucking
Right.
You feel me?
Q, you can't jump off no goddamn garage.
Oh, no, my knees already fucked up. I can't even walk out the motherfucking building and talk about jumping off that motherfucking butt. I'm just saying, like, you gotta get back to that. So not only do we need to feed our kids that shit, though, we gotta believe it too. Like, you can't tell your kids you can be anything you want, and then you go into the house and then tell yourself you can't do some shit. Because now you're not speaking truth into your kids. Like,
bro, and this is why I said when we listed our top 5 earlier. I know who God is. I want to know who God is in me.
Facts.
I want to know who that man is that can think of a fucking idea and then let me manifest this. Let me bring something that's not seen into the seen world. Right. That's what I'm interested in learning about right now, because again, that goes a part of the dreaming, of the inspiration, to be inspired, be in spirit. That's
inspired,
before I leave this earth. That's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to look at myself. Fuck continue to tell my kids that and be like, hey, listen, I was sitting around one day and I had this idea in my head. And this is how it came to fruition. You get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what it is.
So
are you listening to me? Like, well, I don't give a fuck if this. I want a roller skate rink, goddammit, with neon outside in Rosedale Park. Whatever the fuck it is, that's what I came up with.
Fred, what you about to say? You was about to say something.
Actually, I was just thinking about since I've been a child, I've always been a creator. And the job that I do at Chrysler now allows me to create. Me being a chef allows me to create. So I'm living in bliss.
Right.
95% of my day, because I'm walking in my purpose.
Right.
And if I'm stressed, I'm in the kitchen creating. So when I look at myself, I said, outside mistakes and mishaps in my life, I'm living a dream.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, today, I'm living a dream. And man, that's just so much joy in my heart. I just have to say that, fellas, you out there, don't let nobody talk you out your dream. Like
don't let nobody steal joy.
Joy. And like Don said, I was at I visited someone's church, and the pastor was saying, you know what's greater than faith? He said hope. And so I agree with you 100%. You lose hope. Sometimes you end up on a freeway pass, asking for change, whatever. When you lose hope, so don't lose hope in your dream, your purpose. Don't let nobody. I don't care if it's your father, your mother, talk you out of it.
Right.
And don't be scared to fail.
Don't be. Yeah, that's part of success.
I'll fuck with it as much as I post success. I post failure. I don't give a fuck, because the way I look at it, like, you can't tell me shit if you ain't failed at it. You can't tell me that you can do shit if you ain't tried some other shit. Right. So fuck that. I'm showing failures too. Like, nigga, I fucked up with this shit. I tried it.
I would say that. I would say this 100 times. If you don't learn who you are, you have no direction in life.
Facts.
That is period.
Facts. Real quick, dog. Shout out to my dog Monk Money, man. He got this shit tatted on his arm, dog. To thy own self be true, dog. He say this shit so much that, like, I start motherfucking quoting this shit. So shout out to my dog. To thy own self be true, dog. You have to know who the fuck you are before you can do anything else, dog.
Absolutely.
Like, before you can have a relationship, before you can start a business, before you can make money, before you can get your health right, dog. You gotta know who the fuck you are.
Yep.
And, like, that shit is so true. And he, like I say, he got that shit tatted on. He always talking about that shit. So now I get to quote this shit. You famous now, my nigga. I got you.
Hey, look, I would say this. Medina make the best drinks. She got slur-proof drinks.
Non-slur proof.
Like, they're very great drinks, and you don't slur as much when you drink.
Be delicious. They be drinking them all fast.
But I want to ask every man at this table, even the ones that don't have a microphone, and we're gonna start with Crazy Joe, but they used to call him Batman. Now they call him Batman.
Shout out to lean on me.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Funniest shit in that movie, dog. Hey, no, wait a minute, though. That little nigga was smoking crack, bro.
Right, that's crazy.
That's crazy, dog.
And you know what's so bad? Hold on. Let me tell you the sad part. Don bored as hell. He yawning.
That nigga was smoking crack.
Don almost rocked himself to sleep.
Dog,
No, that's that drink.
The drink, man.
That's that aqua boogie.
So the crazy part is he did grow up and he wound up smoking crack.
yeah. Oh, the dude for real?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here! Seriously?
He wound up becoming a drug addict, but he ain't go that deep.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think his name was Anthony.
Oh, that's still shit. That's still.
Yeah, still.
He was on crack.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's wild.
Steal from Juice?
Yeah, that's him.
The nigga who was fairy side. You know
Yeah.
that nigga?
He didn't sing shit though. Listen,
Damn, he was on crack.
so I'm gonna ask this for every man that's at this table, and I just have to ask this only because we all are men and it's our fucking show, and hopefully everybody mother-in-law in the fucking bed. You know, them badass kids, them grandkids, all this shit got to go to bed. At what point do you realize that you are an anchor in your family or amongst your friends, and it seemed like, or you realize you're the anchor of the family, and you begin to get weak? Who do you call on? I don't want to hear Jesus. I don't want to hear. I don't want to.
In my head.
Right. I don't want to hear the Lord.
Yeah.
Who can you call on, or who do you call, or who do you look for support? Go ahead.
I got one for this for
And
sure.
no goddamn kids involved. Fuck them kids.
No, I got one for this for sure.
Go ahead, Joe.
Joe didn't say he had one. Q did.
Don't Joe look like that nigga, the African that played Martin Luther King? You know,
Dumb as hell, dog.
I done been to the mountaintop, and I done seen. No, go ahead.
I can't deal with this nigga, bro.
Fuck what this nigga talking about. dog.
No, man, fuck what he talking about.
No, but seriously, this.
No, but yeah, on a serious tip, I mean, a whole lot of men, bro, they just really don't got nobody that they can really talk to in that situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like me personally, you know what I'm saying? I'm the head of my household, you know what I'm saying? And
So when you
lot of
weak,
things.
who do you call?
bro, I just gotta suck that shit up.
Well, I'm telling you now, you can always call me.
I mean, I know
But
that.
I'm letting you know.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know now.
Yeah.
You can always call
Yeah.
me. Anybody in this room know they can
Yeah.
call me because it's like it's not. Hey, I know I can hold some shit down, but sometimes you need support.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked you because
Yeah.
I think it's important for people to
But-
at least
but-
know who they can call.
But you know, some as far as
Now, if
being
you
a
talking
man-
about, so if you talking about you got a pimple on your ass, don't call me.
Nah, fuck that.
Boy,
But you know, it's,
Boy,
Come on, boy.
hey, them bitches hurt, bro. Them bitches hurt.
but you know, on some real shit though, you know, as far as being a man, a lot of men, you know, they just really just kind of just deal with the shit.
That's real.
You feel what I'm saying?
Kwame.
Yes, sir.
Same question.
Oh, man. What? Who you can call? Man, I hope you got a homeboy you can call or something other than that. Like
No,
that.
motherfucker, I ain't saying
Who
you.
do I call?
Who would you
Oh, I call my homeboy. What you tell his name? I call
Yeah,
my
I mean,
homeboy.
say who you want to.
If I get in touch with him, depends. If not, like you say, you got to suck it up and call Mary Jane.
Oh, he like the weed. He like that's code word for weed. He like the weed.
Oh, he definitely a nice motherfucker to call.
I call my homeboy that. If not, you know what I'm saying, ain't too many people that we can call, dog. That I
Yeah,
really
we
understand,
definitely-
you know.
You can call me. I'm letting you put
I
out there.
appreciate it.
No problem. Don.
Well, let me
I
back
do
up,
have-
man.
I do
know
have
boy
some-
Don had to call me some of the Don's life philosophies or
Well
whatever.
I do have some friends and or family members that I can call. But I will say that my uncle did tell me at some point in my life, he said, sometimes we don't really check on you that much because you always seem like you got shit together.
You already got it. Exactly.
All right, and one day when he said that to me, I was
Fucked up.
Okay.
Like, you know what? This is one of those
$6
times.
in my fucking pocket when he said this shit, and I looked at him and I said, "Okay, but he did tell me." He said, "Don, if you need something, just let me know." And what I realized in that moment was
You needed $20.
that a lot of us, similar to what you said, Joe, we that's one area where a lot of us in our lives we got a lot of pride. And that's why I realized I gotta let that shit go sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Now I thank God that I haven't had to cash in on that. But I will say this, the older I get, the more I realize, again, as men, we have to move that pride shit aside. And if we need some shit, we need to reach out. You get what I'm saying? And again, hopefully we've cultivated the relationships that are necessary for us to even make that happen. Because I'm the same way. Somebody call me here, I'm with it. What's up? What we need? What we doing? Sure. And I've always been like that. That's regardless of whatever the fuck you doing. Like, I don't care. Like, I've made it up in my mind a long time ago that nobody's gonna stop me from me being who I am when it comes to that kind of shit. Like, whether the nigga can show love or not, I don't care. Like, I'm doing it. I don't have no ulterior motive. I'm gonna just do it because that's what Don want to do, whether you like this shit or not, or whether you repay me or not. Fuck it.
For sure. I figured, dude.
Fred. Motherfucker Joe.
Motherfucker
next week.
This
Next week, right? We got the next week.
I don't know, man. This is about to be a long list and deep.
What is that, Medina?
How often?
Sounds she over there talking shit.
Right, it sounds like she over there talking shit.
I often didn't call anyone because I was the one everyone called.
Right.
But just recently, I got a team of people, so. I got my boy Tracy. I call. He there for me. My sister Sadrina, she's always there for me. And Fifi.
You got a village.
Our sister Fifi here.
Most definitely.
I talk to Fifi. She's so real. That's
Fifi
like my
a dude.
adopted sister. Yeah, she said
Fifi a dude.
She
She a nigga chick.
She said she put me up on so much game in the last few months. She said you ain't. Cause I called her my sister. She said, "Well, you ain't never had a sister like me." Cause I'm about to put you up.
Facts.
So she said one thing I realized. She said sometimes you men can be kind of green, and I said really. She said yeah, and you guys just hold a lot of stuff inside, internalized. So. That's just true right there. Sometimes we may think it'd be maybe another male we call upon,
right?
But some of the women, man, they got a perspective on life that's broad too, man. They just, they just give it to you too. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my sister Brandy too. I love you. She helped me with the same exact shit, bro.
Let me run down some people who've been listening to us. Shout out to our very own Miss Dana J. She has a show right here on podcast.
What up, though, Dana?
At 9 o'clock. Stephanie Fozakis, my baby SF Hardy. She said, "Hey y'all." She
SF Hardy. What up, though?
She said she rather get and give. So I guess it was get love, get respect.
Yeah.
With for a woman, I can see that, and I'll be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, women want love. Yeah.
That's why I clear my eyes up.
We were saying attention, and Remedy was saying every day we did it this morning. She said every day we wake up with a chance and a choice.
That's what we was talking about this morning. Yeah.
One of Jay Prince. Shout out to Ebony Evans. Thank you for checking us out. Yvonne McGaskin. She said, "This granny is hanging with you."
That granny ain't going to sleep on you.
That granny ain't going to sleep. Okay, granny. Well, take your ass to sleep later. Richard said, "Q shirt is dope and very true."
Oh, for sure. Real women love big boys, man. Shit. I know y'all love me. It's cool though. I'm a hot commodity out here for some reason. I don't know, but I'm gonna take it.
Q,
Dog, so yeah, I had some shit for this, land. Shout out to my dog. Shout out to my circle. My whole little circle, dog. I tell niggas this shit all the time. Like, I talk about my circle so tough that when I go places, motherfuckers want to meet them and shit. I want to say it's probably like 10 of us all together, probably. I ain't about to get into everybody's names and shit. Y'all know who y'all are. But I'm talking about when I went out of town and I was out there, I was out in Colorado by myself for about 3 years. And, like, these niggas, I depended on, like, these niggas is my brothers for real. Like, I got a circle that I ain't gonna lie, my circle is dope as fuck. I know niggas be saying they circle is cool and shit. My circle held me the fuck down. Like, these is my niggas. When I'm on hard shit, I call these niggas. And when they on hard shit, like, we got each other's back. This don't happen all the time, especially where we from.
Thanks.
And like, all of these niggas not even from my hood. So that's what make it even even crazier. So I want to give a shout out to my whole motherfucking squad. Y'all know who y'all are. We on about 2 or 3 motherfucking group texts and shit every morning. We fucking with each other. We checking on niggas like we doing everything together. Now, outside of that though, I do want to give a shout out to my brother-in-law. This is some crazy shit because like he like my brother now. My sister was my go-to because I I ain't asked for this shit because I'm the youngest, but somehow I'm like the anchor of the family. When I went away to Colorado and shit, it's like the family fucking fell apart. Like niggas stopped doing shit together. It's like, damn, Q ain't here, we ain't doing it type shit. So my sister was always the go-to. It's like, you know what? I gotta shout out to my sister Candy. She was always my go-to. But then, like, you know, a long time ago, back in '97 and shit, she got her little husband and shit, right? So like, I'm gonna tell you like this don't ever happen for real. Like this nigga came in and it was like I knew this nigga already. Like this is my brother now, so I fuck with him heavy. So shout out to Angry Principal, dog. He my third co-host on the Beers Bourbon Whiskey podcast, which episode 5 airs tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on eblockradio.com.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. But dog, that's my nigga right there though. So I'm talking about he became my brother for real. It's been times where I called and talked to him and didn't talk to my sister type shit. So like I gotta give a shout out to him and shit. Shout out to my brother Corey. And when I say like they accepted me into their brotherhood because he got 2 other brothers and like they super tight. And like they got these mugs, right? These little glass mugs with their names on it. And then they got me one for Christmas. Oh. Like I'm their motherfucking brother. I fuck with them niggas heavy. Big C, shout out to my dog. That's my go-to. Like if it's a one-on-one thing, that's my go-to. Like if I'm feeling like damn, it's too much pressure, let me call my dog. And what's crazy about that shit though, and I don't want to hold this too long. What's crazy about that though is that all my dogs. Like this they go to now and shit. Right. So like they talk to my brother-in-law when I ain't talk to him. Right. Like, yeah, you know, I talked to Big C about such and such. Like, damn, word.
I mean, because they feel if he good enough, if that's your go-to,
that's my nigga, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't have circles. Yeah. I have squares. I only fuck with squares because circles don't build shit. They just sustain the area. For me, that's just me.
Blocks, building blocks.
There you go. There you go. So
he's always trying to be philosophical.
I'm being philosophical and shit like that. But I will say, I have certain people in my life. Some let me remind me who I am. You feel me? Some enforce who I am. Some tell me I'm full of shit when I'm full of shit.
Because you need those.
Because like, you definitely need those.
You need those.
Some people tell me I'm too soft. You know what I mean?
Need those too.
For the most part, my go-to people are my mentors. Andrew Wallace, Andrew Morrison, Brother Bedford, Dr. George Frazier, Dr. Sabrina, Minister Dawood Muhammad. You hear that? I said Muhammad. I said Muhammad.
Put it on there too.
Minister Dawood Muhammad. I have mentors who I call when I need to be refreshing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people that clean my slate be like, okay, let's stop the bullshit. What you got going on? Where you need help at? You don't need help? Okay, what we have to do. They never not included themselves on what we. They don't be like, what they say, what do we need to do?
Yeah, for sure, that's real shit.
And when you have people like that in your square, you know, like I tell people, the most powerful shit is made out of squares. Whether you want to look at it or not.
I feel you. I was just joking about it.
No, but no, seriously. I'm just telling people like. People don't know how important it, when they make a ring. It's funny, a ring is not made like a ring. You know what I mean? It's a square. Yeah. And right, so the balance of having things is very important.
Yes.
What you about to say, Medina? She's like, time to go. She's like, God damn it, my feet hurt. We wrapping it up. So, and
wrap it up, clock this motherfucker.
Right, she did that. That was okay, goddamn it, cut. But I have mentors in my life. This is my go-to people, and there's some people that I know that can handle what I have to. Because when I dump some shit on some people, they gotta have some strong mental.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I don't dump shit like, man, my baby mama. I don't do shit like that.
This real shit.
I'm like, dog, this is what gotta happen. This is what I got. Tell me what I need to do to reinforce what I'm doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody can't handle what I got, what I can throw on their plate. You know what I mean? Because they be like, nigga, I don't know. That's why I call. You know what I mean? They be like, that's why I called you.
I called your ass, right?
So I call my mentors, and I tell anybody to have mentors in their life. Because if you don't have a mentor, I swear to God, your ass will fuck around and fuck up so bad to where it be basically damn near over.
You gotta have somebody, especially when you're the most dependent upon. You gotta have somebody.
Yes.
Got to.
Yes.
Okay, so on that note, Don, tell people where they can find you at. No, before them. Medina. With your pretty ass. Can you tell me where they can find you at?
I'm everywhere. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. If you're looking for a mobile bartender, you can reach me on Facebook at Funky Cold Mixologist or on my website, funkycoldworld.com.
For sure. Okay. That's what's up.
Don, where they can find you at?
Don_Snipes, nothing fancy on all platforms.
That's dope. Motherfucking show.
Fred Wilson, yeah. Fred Wilson. You can find me on Facebook. Instagram is Fred Wilson 1183.
Q.
Check me out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man. eblockradio.com.
Yeah.
Wake and Bake Show. Shout out to my niggas Angry Man and Money Dog holding it down for show. Tuesdays and Thursdays on the Rise and Grind Show. Tuesday nights on the Grind. The Girth Show and shit. And then check me out on IG, Q.Lewis313. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, baby.
Okay, and I like to get shout out before I end mine. Shout out to my man Kwame Ramsey and my man Joe. They the new engineers of the podcast family. Give them a round of applause for them.
Hold it down.
All
right.
For sure.
Now
I seen Kwame over there taking notes.
Yeah, he a note taker. So he's a note taker. So you can check me out. My name is Miles Dixon. Not Miles Dixon. That's a goddamn drink. My name is Miles Dixon. First of all, it was talking about the old man. Went into CVS. Talking about, man, I want some of that Vaseline. He was like, ladies, okay, well, sit down. We'll meet in a minute. He came back along. He said, bitch, I said some Vaseline. Anyway, long story. Anyway, for my eyes, bitch, Vaseline. So, anyway, I heard the new shot give you blue balls, but that's a whole nother story. I guarantee you, if you start telling these niggas this damn vaccine shot give them was like blue, it's like the blue pills. What's the name of that shit? Viagra. Niggas like, I'm going to get that shot, nigga. So, you can check me out on the Rise and Grind Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on Girth on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. I like to thank everybody who has participated in building podcasts at Gulf Fires and new studios. We got 2 locations, 3 studios. We are broadcasting Girth, some real raunchy shit right here in the WGOD studio.
Damn.
Okay.
Really?
That's just all bad. Yeah. Let's just call it podcasting too, dog. Even though we're not in there.
Okay. And we got podcasting 2 studios in the back. We invite everybody. If you want to learn how to engineer, please let us know what's going on. It's only space for 2 more engineers. After that, y'all motherfuckers will be in the line. M Dixon 313 on Instagram. Miles Dixon, the Mediapreneur on Facebook. So I'm still gonna say fuck you, Fifi. We love you. You are a girl. Continue to do your shit. We proud of you and everything else. So listen, fuck y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace out, bro. Peace out. God, you stupid as hell. Boy, we be in this bitch.